thought the course would be quite demanding physically on the horses, and it proved to be. My chap got a little bit tired, but he is a bit lazy anyway. He'd like to have pulled himself up after 3 minutes, but that's how he is, and that's why he does nice dressage. But he is very, very genuine. He stayed on his lines and he had a really good go, and I'm delighted with him and very excited. I think he'll come on for the run. I think you never know what the journey out here takes out of them. When he left the UK, he was on top form and he couldn't have been any fitter. And I think, you know, maybe today, you know, he was just a little bit more. He found it a bit harder than I expected, and but he galloped on well and he finished easily inside the time, so I can't complain at all.
I'm surprised to be sitting here. No, Paddy's been quite a good cross-country horse all along. That's been his strongest thing, so I was really pleased with him, perhaps despite trotting the corner in the water. I don't really know what happened there, but he jumped it. I was very pleased with him, but kind of like William said, he got much more tired than I was anticipating. I think, as we've experienced here before, when the ground starts to dry up, it becomes a bit more holding. He was really, really great up, probably up to about 10 minutes, and then, or maybe more like 9, and then he definitely got tired. I was surprised, so it'll be interesting to see how he comes out tomorrow.
I was pretty determined to not go out and pay too much attention to the clock, but right before I went out on my ride, the only fence, one of the many that I was worried about, but the main one was coming out of the water, as Comet can be a little spooky from time to time about weird footing changes. And Philip said that his horse, the foreman, had a little bit of a moment of not reading it, and that made my decision that I would go around and just loop over and take the long way. You know, he said you have a quick horse, he's got a fantastic gallop, and I think you can get on the time that way. He finished full of run, and I just really made an effort to make sure that I was clear and direct with all of my lines, and that he could really see what I wanted him to jump. You know, and William talks about you're not sure what you're going to get with a first-time 4-star horse. Well, my horse has been started 8 4-star competitions, and I can still say that when you start a 4-star competition, you still have to go jump by jump and see what you have on the day and ride that horse.
Actually quite good. I mean, we got the best ground of the day, and I'm real confident in the horse's cross-country skills, and I was quite comfortable being the trailblazer, to be frank. Remington was great, actually. I was blown away by his ability to go around the course, and it seemed like he was, you know, he's a green horse, but he did it quite easily, so I was thrilled to see that he proved everyone wrong, and he's a true 4-star horse. It was great, actually. It's been a real thrill riding for Bruce, and it's a real honour, obviously, riding one of the horses he owns and he breeds, and I've learned a huge amount off Bruce in the training and the preparation for his horse for a 3-day event, and you know, I think it's just a wonderful horse, and it's just an honour to ride it. I mean, I think they're all my favourite, to be frank. They've all got different positives and different weaknesses, and all 3 of them are a pleasure to work with, and all 3 of them have big hearts. I don't know, I mean, I was always confident that all 3 horses were true 4-star horses. 2 of them are having their first 4-star start, and you know, I felt very comfortable riding them all around and knew they were all up to it. I knew I had all 3 of them very fit, and you know, I was expecting to do well, and I'm glad that, you know, my rides met my expectations. Well, Well, I think all three of them have produced great show jumping rounds, and a couple of them have also produced some very bad show jumping rounds. So, I think obviously all the training and the hard work's done now, and I can just rely on my horses and hope that I can ride them as good as I can.